Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Something exciting today. I'm choosing my favorite of all the tips that I recommend in my childbirth classes to my doula clients. I'm choosing my favorite. So I have supported over 300 clients as they give birth and I have a lot of tips. I have a lot of tools, but it was hard, but I narrowed it down to my very favorite. And in this video, I want to share with you what my favorite tip is, and I want to go through how to make it happen so that you can get the most out of this tip for your labor. So my number one tip is to allow. And if it seems impractical or you have no idea what I'm talking about, stay with me here. Allow means to allow your mind and to allow your body. So let's break it into these two different sections, starting with allowing the mind. When we are in labor, sometimes it's actually really normal for us to get caught up in the wondering of labor and the guessing and the second guessing and the trying to figure out how labor is going. We have so many questions a lot of times that happen when we go into labor. We're thinking, is this labor? How long is this contraction? How much longer is this going to be? Am I on the right track? And we just have so many questions that are just filling our head. These questions really take us out of the space of just being present in the contraction. And it's definitely normal. It's very common to have your mind racing in labor. This is a new experience. It's something that you've been thinking about probably for weeks and weeks, maybe even 40 weeks or more. And being in your head and in that analytical brain isn't great for labor. So I have seen clients that get caught up on the questioning of labor and trying to figure it out as far as predicting it and how it's going to go, and is this going to be long? Is this going to be short? And am I doing it right? And questioning themselves and really getting almost in a mental loop of wonder about labor. And I don't see that this is helpful. And I feel like it can also kind of slow labor down. Labor is such a, animal, natural process. It's something that our rational mind really doesn't need to be in so much, and sometimes can make things worse. What I would love for you to do is to try to turn that questioning brain, that rational mind off in labor, and just be in the moment, almost step by step. So if this was like a hike, instead of while you're hiking thinking about how much further you have to go, is it going to be steeper? Is it going to be less trees around? What's going to happen in an hour from now? What's going to happen in 2 hours from now? Is the hike going to be different? For really just to think about each step that you're going. Each step, what does it feel like on your foot? What are you seeing right this moment? So if we use that in labor, we're taking each step as a contraction. We are allowing our brain to just process one contraction at a time. A little trick for this that I find helpful is to have a mantra that you can think about when the contraction starts. And it's something as simple as, this is labor, or I am strong, or I am doing this. Something that you can just repeat and try to just almost like wipe out some of those other questions that get your mind going and get you into that almost negative headspace for labor. We want to just have our mind allow what is going on with us in labor. The other trick that I really like is using visualization, and that helps you allow because it gives your mind something else to think about. So visualization is something that I really recommend practicing. I'm going to put a link up here on the video. So if you want to jump into visualizations and kind of learn more about that, there's a really step-by-step process in doing that. But giving your mind something else to think about that is very basic, that is very much not like all the millions of questions that can fill your mind, will help you allow. So allowing your mind is the first part. So next up is allowing your body. And the very easiest part of this strategy has to do with your eyes. And it's so easy because it's just closing your eyes. And by closing your eyes, you're almost taking away all the stimulus of labor, outside of labor, and it helps you kind of go in. And it actually is kind of a bridge between the mind and the body. Allowing the mind and allowing the body is that step of closing your eyes. Closing your eyes allows you to go inward a little bit and to focus on what is going on in your body, which what I want you to focus on with allowing your body is to allow the tension of your body to just evaporate. So let's talk about practically how we do this, because it's not just an on-off switch. I wish it was that easy, that we could just flick and be nice and loose and relaxed. So maybe not a hiking analogy, but let's think about the ocean. And you've probably heard people talk about contractions coming like waves, where it's quiet and then we have a contraction like a wave and then it's quiet again. It's a perfect analogy for thinking about what we want to do during that wave. So if we were standing in the ocean, standing on the shore, and we see a big wave coming, we probably don't want to be stiff and bracing ourselves against it, because that wave is just going to knock us down. We're not going to be able to keep our head above the water. If we have a big wave coming, we are nice, we're stiff like a tree standing right there on the edge. But instead, if we wanted to keep our face above water, a good strategy would be to go completely limp. So we're floating on the water. So the wave is just going to lift us up and lift us down, but our face is still going to be above the water. So we want to do that when that wave of the contraction comes. It's not easy. I'm just going to be honest. It isn't easy. I think our natural instinct is just to brace and for me, it's shoulders. I want to just put my shoulders up and brace against that contraction coming. A lot of people carry, if you're someone who carries your tension in your shoulders, you're going to be like me. You're going to want to put those shoulders up. Maybe you're somebody who clenches your jaw, or you see it in your forehead. Wherever it is, it's very normal that it's like the first thing that you want to do. It's just involuntary almost. But we want to allow that contraction, because what's going on right now in your uterus is the uterus is a muscle and it's trying to open up the exit of the uterus, which is the cervix. So this is a lot of work that's going on in your body, and we want to allow it to happen, because if we allow that cervix to open, we're going to get through labor faster, and we all want that, right? What we're going to do, and what I want you to do is, tense up your shoulders like this. Think about when the contraction is coming. Yes, do it with me right now. Contraction comes. First, your mind. You're going to start with your mind. I can do this. Mantra, visualization, close your eyes. That's that bridge between the mind and the body. And then we're going to want to progressively relax down. We're going to think about from our head down to our toes. We want to be limp and loose in labor. That's what I call this strategy, limp and loose. And it's actually the first tool that I teach in my childbirth class. I'm going to put a link below in case you're looking for a comprehensive class. Check that one out. I have a coupon too. So the body trying to just be like a noodle and just let that contraction just rush over us, allow it to do its work, is my number one tip in labor. Allow the mind and allow the body, and that's going to help your body progress through the contractions and get you to the end of labor. And it is my number one best tip. Now, I said I have a lot more tips, and actually recently I put together a rapid fire style video of my 50 top tips for labor. This one is in there, so you'll see that one, but 49 more. And I'll put a link to the video here. And if you found this tip helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel for more and liking the video. And I'm going to see you here on the channel next time for more great prep for labor. Hope you have a great day.